I'm here today to tell you the story of how I tore my PCL and meniscus.
I've been going through this for a little over a year now. The accident happened in July of 2017, and I'm still dealing with the repercussions of it. I just want to say first of all that I'm not making this video for any sort of sympathy. I've been through the hardest of this journey already. I am simply doing this just to share a story, and for anyone who's going through anything similar, just to put it out there and have something to refer to, I guess, if you're going through something similar. Everyone deals with hard things, and whether it's tearing your PCL or losing a loved one or doing badly on a test or anything like that, there are so many different variations of negative things that happen in our life, but unfortunately they are unavoidable to some degree, and there's always negativity. But amidst the positivity, this all happened a year ago, and it's right around when I started my YouTube channel, and I actually filmed a video about how I tore my PCL, and it was actually on YouTube for a total of like 20 minutes until I was like, okay, what am I doing? Like, I'm not ready to put this out there. I'm not ready to share my story. So I'm actually going to play a little bit of that video so you guys can see exactly what happened.
So I was in the Bahamas and I was wakeboarding for 4 days. The vacation was about a week long, so we got about 3/4 of the way through without anything happening. And it was like the last run of the day. It was around 5 o'clock. They were gonna close up, and I was like, I need to do one more run. Sometimes you think, like, what if I did this? What if I like had to go to the bathroom and I didn't do the last run? It was the last run. I went for this jump, and basically what I did was I barely did the jump. I kind of like extended my knees out, leaned back. I didn't even really make it up. I kind of like I skidded on the water, and I made it to the second wake. How you jump, like you go over one wake, jump over the middle, come down the next one. So I kind of skid across the whole middle part right behind the back of the boat. I was coming down the other side when I lost like the pull of the rope. I lost it, and it like dropped, so there was really nothing for me to hold. And I extended, it's my left knee, I extended my left knee straight, and I felt it as soon as it happened. Okay, pretend this is my knee, right? It just literally went, I like hyperextended it this way. I fell into the water, maybe 5-second gap where I'm like, I was in a daze. The pain didn't really hurt. I just knew I did something. I'm floating there because I have a life vest on, and like the boat's coming back to get me, and I just look at my knee and I go to bend it, and I screamed so loud. The entire beach heard me. Guys from the team like dove in, like it's okay, like breathe, and I'm literally just like, my knee. Getting off the boat was a nightmare too. They had to put me on a stretcher because I could not walk. The one nurse on the entire island, there was not an x-ray machine on this island. There was nothing. I was in the middle of nowhere, and they gave me like, I don't even know, I think like Tylenol, stuff to like get rid of the pain, ibuprofen, to make the swelling go down. This is my bad knee, by the way, and I can bend it now, so progress. Miraculously, my father was able to book a flight the next morning, so I had to suffer through a night. Like, I was so scared to fall asleep because if I rolled over, you don't know what you do in the middle, like while you're sleeping. If I rolled over anything on my knee, like, oh my god, the pain was excruciating. Like, I can't. I didn't even have to get on one airplane. I had to go through getting on 2 airplanes with this messed up, swollen, I don't even know what was wrong with it. They literally wheelchaired me from the resort to the first airport. I got on the plane. Luckily, it was a really small plane. I was able to have a whole row to myself, luckily, because it just wasn't a booked flight. So I was able to have my leg up. Got off at Nassau. That's where we got the second flight. But We had to wait in the airport for like 3 or 4 hours. Luckily, I was able to get one of the seats with extra leg room. I needed to be able to extend my leg. My leg at this point would not bend. In the middle of the flight going home, they get onto the loudspeaker and they go, we're running out of gas. And we're just like, I'm literally like thinking, I can't catch a break. So we had to stop at North Carolina, I believe, refuel. Took another like hour and a half. And then finally make it back. By that point, I was so scared. I was scared. I was in pain. I didn't know what was going to happen. I went one more night without any attention. And finally, the next morning, I made it to the doctors. I got an MRI, and it turned out that I completely tore my PCL, so a grade 3 tear, and I have a hole, like another hole in my meniscus. So it was tough. I didn't know what was going to happen, and the doctors weren't really they couldn't really give me a firm answer as to what's going to happen with my leg. What they suggested is physical therapy. PT has helped me so much. I am so lucky where I'm going. The people are amazing, and I'm walking. I'm walking again. For those of you who have knee injuries now or any injuries to your body and you think that it's like the end of the world, it's not. The one thing I'm still really working on is I love working out, and it's hard because I can't do everything that I used to be able to do in my workout routines, and I still can't run. It is difficult to kind of comprehend that your knee or your shoulder or your elbow may never be exactly the same. That's really tough. But just know that you can and you will get through it.
So that is basically how I tore my PCL. And I can get it back to a place where I can go back to sports and be happy with the way it is. So the big question for me after this accident was, do I get surgery?